Welcome to Evilive, the live media commentary show that answers the question, how far can one baker fall in an episode? Subscribe to the channel because today we are reviewing the Great British Baking Show Collection 12, Episode 7, Desserts.
Yes, as opposed to everything else.
Which is definitely not dessert.
Yeah, well, I guess Bread Week wasn't really a dessert.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everything they do in this tent could be considered a dessert.
Pretty much.
You just have to have it after dinner, and then it's a dessert.
Right.
Like, that's it. Or buy it in a French patissier. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even spell it, but I know it exists. What were your initial thoughts of this episode?
Oh, man, I was happy with the outcome. not so much who got Star Baker, but who left.
Really? You didn't like Dylan? A little surprised there, but...
No, I mean, he did great.
His dimples alone endear me to him.
I don't know, man. There's just something about that kid I can't stand.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm just like an angry person or something.
We need to have Cameron and Dylan leg wrestle.
I mean, he'd probably take me out. I'm
Baby
fucking
oil.
old and crippled, so...
And baking deliciousness next to each other, so you have to like eat while you're wrestling. It'll be a whole thing.
I mean, that'd be fun.
I might unlock a whole new like porn fetish genre.
I mean, that's the hope. Yeah, pretty much everything I do in life.
I mean, we don't have many people left. We got like 6 people left.
We got 5 people left.
I mean, at the end of this, we have 5. But for this episode, we have 6
people.
fucking people left. That's nothing compared to what we started at. And this really is, and Paul said it at the very end, there are no good bakers going home anymore. And, you know, is the ghost bothering you again?
I fucking guess.
Because there's something that definitely moved the thing behind you. Mm-hmm. Right there. Am I going to watch you be murdered on live YouTube?
Oh, man, I fucking hope so. I'm so tired.
If Michael Myers cracks open that motherfucker, hey, whoever's in that goddamn closet, don't do it.
Oh, that's not the closet.
What is
That's the door to get in and out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm in a different room because I got a roommate right now.
Is he like...
I'm in my wife's office.
All right. There's a ghost in your wife's office. That's clearly trying to get on camera because they want the fame that we've got.
Yeah.
You need to shut that fucking ghost down.
Well, it's just they're so excited because we are the authority on discussing the Great British Baking Show.
Clearly. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's no argument there.
None.
We are the authority on it.
Even the Afterlife wants, and that gives us cred. So, fuck you, ghost.
Yeah.
All right. So this first bake, like, there's seriously someone behind you. This first bake is a signature. It's going to be a meringue nest, and I couldn't be less interested in this bake, Same. At all. There's no part of any part of my body that was just like, I take that back. My freshly shroon balls would like to nestle themselves inside of a meringue nest.
Yeah, but only after it comes fresh out of the oven because then it's nice and warm. And
that would be delightful.
Yeah, but that's about the only saving grace of meringue I can see. Like, I don't like it at all. Hurts my teeth just to thinking about it.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
But there were some that looked good. And there were some, in my opinion, that sounded good. And then others that just sort of shit the bed. And I think, you know, because we are, you know, sort of this last half of the season, we're sort of winding down here, leading into the semifinals. We're literally at the point where they have to bring it all or they just need to get the fuck out of here. And Samaya did her best. She literally brought everything.
And it ended up being too much.
The thing with Samaya, I've never understood this. She never bakes with what she likes. She always tries to go out of the box, which I admire. I think that's a wonderful trait to practice. But it's something that while you're practicing, you should take a bite of and realize, oh, that doesn't work. So I need to edit.
Or, like, the thing is, with the signature and the showstopper, they get a whole week to practice it.
Yeah.
Why is she not having people objectively try it? Like, I get it if she doesn't like certain elements, but there's other people in the world that do.
Yeah.
So it's just like she's fucking... I mean, she's definitely got some balls.
Yeah.
Because she's just like, it sucks, but I'll fucking make it.
Yeah, they're always in her mouth when she tries to talk.
Does sound like she's gurgling on something.
It's like, I don't get it. But like, this is like, there's a point in an adult's life that they have to go from leaning on the people around them for suggestions or tips or whatever to just knowing within yourself, like, this is good or this is not good. And you have to self-edit. And she's just either too inexperienced, too young, too ignorant, or some combination of the three. There's something in her that is just lacking the ability to honestly judge and edit her decisions. Because if she would have pared back 2 ingredients, maybe 3, she probably would have nailed this motherfucker. But
yeah, because really the only person that shit the bed, like non-objectively speaking, was Ilian, because hers fucking exploded. Or was it Georgie?
Well, Ilian had hers crack.
That's what I'm saying. Like they just like completely
like
fell
sort
apart.
of shit it for her. But the pina colada flavors were there, and Paul really dug them. I don't know. Is Paul like an insane? What is that dude's name? The singer's name that does the pina colada song and like
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. That's what I'm thinking.
I
Is he
think
like a Jimmy Buffett fan?
I think he is just a stereotypical older British guy that goes on holiday and does holiday-esque stuff. Like he has pina coladas by a pool, and that's his only vacation. He looks like that kind of person. Like he's got a whole closet full of Speedos that he wears. Like, I believe it.
He definitely does. He definitely does. I would not be surprised if Paul had a belly button ring. I could see it.
I could see it too.
It was in the day when it was really hot. He was just like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to own it. I'm just going to keep it under my loosely dressed shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got a belly button ring. Chris says Samaya causes the show's budget to triple because she uses every ingredient ever made.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. Do they have to bring their own ingredients? I know some people do because they're like, oh, this is from my garden or whatever.
I say a lot of people seem to. I got to imagine they have a pretty decently stocked pantry.
Yeah.
But how much they bring versus what, I don't know.
It'd be interesting to find out, I think. I was surprised by Christiane's visual bake. Well, first of all, I don't want to shit on Samaya's 100% because visually it was gorgeous.
Yeah, everybody's looked
great.
Great. I mean, Ilian's they broke.
Not so much,
but even then, they still like I would have fucking probably ate the filling.
Yeah, I would have definitely tried it. When was the last time you had a pina colada? Like honestly, if you say earlier today, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
No, fuck, I actually don't know.
I have one now.
I don't know if I've ever actually had a pina colada.
I've had pina colada flavored things.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely that.
But I don't know that I've ever had like an actual pina colada.
Yeah, no,
because I have a penis, so why would I?
Yeah, I mean it's like if I'm gonna drink a mixed drink, but want to still look like a man, I'm gonna drink an appletini. Not a
as
fucking pina
one
colada.
does.
Yeah, as one does. Yeah, no, it's like if I'm gonna go for a pina colada, I'll just drink a fucking Caribou Lou and get tore up off that.
I don't even know what that is.
So it's 151 substitute because 151 doesn't exist. Malibu rum and pineapple juice. So it's the elements of a pina colada, but you're gonna get blackout drunk and fight somebody probably.
Oh, jeez. Sounds like dangerous.
Yeah, man, Chris. That's the thing. Like I don't like Dylan, but I think it's partially because the kid has so much talent, but zero confidence in himself.
All right, Chris, we need to talk about blowing your load before you're ready because that's the third bake. We're on the first bake. So you need to practice like pulling out and just waiting like a 2 count. Do a 2 count in your head and then get back in.
Or, poke yourself in the eye.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
That's a great idea.
Why do you think I wear glasses? Because I'm blind. Because I only last 10 seconds at a time.
Too much eye poking. I'm trying to think of some of these other. That was the first one. What am I talking about? Chris is 100% right. I'm the one that's wrong. That was coconut illusion meringue.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess I just wanted to be mean.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
To our only viewer. That's how shitty I am. All right, I'm sorry. I want to make a formal apology to Chris. I apologize. You were right. I was handsome. That's how I'm going to end that.
I mean, it works.
So yeah, Dylan's looked great. It looked great. It smelled great. Couldn't even smell it, but I know it smelled great.
I will give him all the props in the world because I did not believe for one fucking second he was going to pull it off. Because everybody else's looked like a proper French meringue.
Yeah.
His looked like an Italian meringue, which is extremely different. And like, it was thin. I mean, even he piped it thin. I was like, this kid's going to fucking fail. Not a single one of those is going to bake properly. And if it does, it's just going to shatter when it comes out. All 12 fucking works. And it's like, you motherfucker. You are amazing.
Watching him jump around afterward, like, I was just proud of him.
That was me in my head. When he was jumping around afterwards, I was in my head.
Because it's like, I wanted to give him a hug and twirl his little hair twirl that he intentionally left hanging down on his forehead like he was like, I don't know,
Clark Kent.
Well, I was going to go with like Michael Jackson or something like that. But yeah, but like that. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Who does that? You like get your hair all up and you're just like, ba-doop. Fuck off.
I mean, that's the way the kids do it, I guess.
These fucking kids nowadays. I want to go back to Christian because he had that trick of putting shoving the stick in his oven. And I've shoved my stick in an oven before and it doesn't feel too good, but apparently it works for him. Great trick. No one else did it. Everyone else cracked a little bit except for Dylan.
Yep.
Maybe he's got something.
Rookie fucking mistake. And just for all those kids out there listening, also helps significantly with cheesecakes.
Oh, really?
That's how you do it. Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep.
All right.
Helps with pumpkin pies as well.
The more you learn, the more you know. The plum meringue nest that Georgie put out didn't sound good at all to me. I couldn't, like, we had plum trees growing up in the, like, sort of on the other side of the between the street and the sidewalk. You know, we got a little strip of, like, land in some cases. We had plum trees. I'd had plums all the time. They're delicious on their own. I've never once thought of like a plum dessert and been like, ooh, I want to try that. Like, plum dessert to me sounds fucking revolting. Like, just get a fresh plum. Why the fuck are you going to fuck it up with like sugar and shit, like garbage? I've never understood it.
Yeah, I can't really say I've had anything plum. I mean, aside from like sauces or just like, Asian food in general. Outside of that and just a plum in my hand. Yeah, I can't really say I've had anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down to try.
I did want to fight a little bit with Jill's just peachy thing because I am on her side of this fight. Where
fucking agree.
The canned or jarred peaches are superior to the fresh peach.
Like,
it's not a popular opinion.
No.
But I believe it.
The thing is, when it comes to baking specifically, I will die on that cross. I would rather jarred or canned for baking versus fresh. Fresh is fantastic. Like, there's nothing better than sitting out in your backyard, middle of summer, sun starting to set, and you have just a fresh peach that just got pulled off a tree right in your hand. That juice runs down your face. It's amazing.
If you're talking about a woman's vagina, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
if
both.
You're talking about a fruit peach, they're so sticky. Like, you like that? You're just like, it's like all sticky. The bees
like
start
summer.
to collect around you. You're just like, wait, what the fuck? Oh shit! Like,
yeah, I mean, this isn't real hair. This is actually just bees because I don't wash my face and they just collect. Yeah, no, and the thing is too, she was even saying something like, "Oh, Paul will love this," and it's like, yeah, because he's smart, isn't he? And then he hated it. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, the thing is, when it comes to preparation like that with certain fruits, certain meats, just certain ingredients, that adds to the flavor. That brings out more flavor. Like, you don't like good things? I mean, well, I guess he's British, so they're not notorious for having a good taste.
True dat, yo. Right. So ultimately, Dylan got a goddamn handshake for his coconut masterpieces.
And he fucking deserved it.
And he definitely, you're right. He definitely deserved it. He did really, really well. And I'm sort of proud of the kid because last week was rough.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he's better than last week, and he came back this week and just proved it. He
Yeah.
took his tiny little wiener and put it on the counter, and he's like, now I need you to spot it for the next challenge.
Yeah.
And so let's move to that. Lots of dick jokes.
Yeah, because there's not really much else. Oh, well, I guess we did cover everything. But yeah, spotted dick. I really want to fucking make one.
It doesn't look good to me at all.
Well, you've had like sticky pudding before, right?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. To me, it's just not like something I would go for.
So initially I was in the same boat, and then every time that they cut into one that was done properly, it's like, fuck that. I bet that texture's so amazing. Yeah, I definitely
two that were done well. Everyone else's was all fucked.
Yeah, that is true.
So not only did Samaya do a beautiful bake the first round, but flavor-wise shit the bed. This bake, sweet hell, this girl forgot her fucking sugar, forgot how to bake, forgot how to take bakes out, and she just started praying to the gods when she was taking. Anytime you have to take a knife to a dish with food in it, you know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Well, and she even called it too. Like, the thing I don't understand is, like, I swear that they have extra shit. She should have just remade it, because she hadn't even started baking or anything. But she's like, "Oh, I forgot my sugar," but in a really annoying fucking accent.
Only as Sumaya could.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna put this in and I'm gonna overmix it." It's like, dude, just start over.
Like, I don't even think she had time. Like, I think she barely had time, and that because it was so stodgy, she didn't have even enough time to bake it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was fucked no matter what. And so I think she took the road that got her closest to having something to put up. It was a no-win situation. You forget sugar, you forget a key ingredient in anything, and you know you're fucked.
Right? Look at Jill last week.
Yeah.
Fucking baking soda. Rookie mistake.
This fucking girl, Jill. I don't know where to... I don't know how to land on her. Like, I want her to be amazing, and then she does something stupid, and then I'm just like, I can't support you if you continue doing stupid shit. And I can't support anyone that doesn't like coffee. What kind of a monster?
Yeah, man.
Depraved, vile mongrel does not like coffee.
I was absolutely 100% Team Jill until this episode. And yeah, same thing. It's just like, what is wrong with you? That is... Like, for some of us, that's the only part of our day that's worth waking up for. Just that first sip of piping hot coffee as it goes down and just warms what's left of your soul. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah. And then the rest of the day sucks, but at least you had that moment.
Hollow shell that was once our soul.
Yeah. So
fill it up with coffee.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it at all.
And she was not like, oh, it's just not to my flavor, my palate. She was like, I hate this. Like, I do not stand. I will die on the I hate coffee like hill.
Right.
And I'm just like, I will kill you on that hill.
To the point of threatening divorce.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, God damn.
How shitty do you have to be as a human to take coffee, the #1 universal loved drink all over the world, #1, and be like, no, fuck that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, everyone else is wrong. You're right. Fuck off.
Well, plus then it begs to question, like, what? Has she never had tiramisu and liked it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. She's like, I'll take mine with a little spot of black tea, please. Earl Grey or the other. Like,
actually, that would be pretty dope.
Oh, stop it.
I'm dead serious. That sounds pretty fucking amazing. Like a lavender, like you mix up a little bit of lavender in the mascarpone, and then you brush it with Earl Grey instead of the espresso. I could see that being pretty dope, man. You know what? Sorry, you talk. I'm actually gonna write that down because I'm gonna make that.
Gosh. All right. My chat disconnected and reconnected, so I don't know if it's actually working or not. Anyway, this technical spotted dick challenge was just rife with giggling and laughing, as if, like, here's the deal.
Fantastic.
If you're not from UK and you hear spotted dick, then yeah, we're all middle school children in our heads. We giggle. But if you're from UK, it's a normal thing there. So it's not as funny there. So why the fuck are they joking?
The only person that actually knew what the fuck it was, like really knew what it was Jill. I mean, Christian kind of knew what it was because he giggled about it when he first
he's eating
moved
some
there.
spotted dick.
I mean, he's definitely some spotted dick.
Let's be honest.
But yeah, like I get it, man. I mean, yeah, I'm a fucking child, so I'd have been laughing my ass off the whole time too.
I
mean,
loved
I
it
was.
when Noel has to be the one to try to rein everyone in. He's
Yeah.
like, all right, everyone, this is a family show.
Fucking fantastic.
When Noel is the adult in the room, you know you're in trouble. Like, you've crossed the line. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why they did it, because that's like, you know, dick humor is great. That'll give us some ratings.
Yeah.
Spotted dick it is.
Well, there was like, at the very end, Samaya said something about spotted dick being her downfall or something to that effect. Or like, I'm crying over dick or spotted dick. And Jill's like, never cry over dick. And I was just like, she's being honest right now. Like, she's had some life experience
Right.
with
She's
real
not even
fucking
joking.
problems. She's not even talking about the dessert. Right now, she is talking 100% about dick. I was just like, you fucking go, girl.
Had that million-mile stare of just like, that's her looking into the past and like, don't do what I did.
For real, yeah. She's wounded. That's how she ended up with her 23-year-old marriage, is because she was crying over dick. And this guy was just like, let me help you. I will give you my flaccid penis and we will together eat in perpetuity.
Hell yeah.
That actually sounds kind of dirty, perpetuity. Yeah, it's like a move. I perpetuate her as. Yeah. It's like your thumb and your dick. I don't know.
She'll probably feel it that way. It's actually a good idea. I'm going to write that down too.
Write that down too. So not everyone did well with the spotted dick.
No.
Everyone did average, I would say. I mean, you know, Samaya shit the bed, but she was the only one that really shit the bed. Everyone else was just like, I've never made this. I don't know. I'm just giving my best shot. They did okay.
The thing that blows my mind is that Jill was in fourth, but she gave them scrambled eggs. Or was that Alien that did that?
No, that was Jill, yeah.
Okay,
how
that's what I
bad
was
was
thinking.
Everyone else's?
But yeah, it's like, how fucking terrible was your shit that they found scrambled eggs as like acceptable?
Yeah, fifth and
because
sixth.
it was really just Dylan and Georgie. Like, they did good. Wasn't perfect because if I remember correctly, both their sugars were pale. No, Dylan's wasn't.
Christian had the palest sugar.
That's right.
Georgie's wasn't, you know, sort of up to snuff, but it was still good. But Dylan just fucking owned that motherfucker. I wish I knew his ethnicity, like, so I could make some sort of ethnic joke. But I don't. I know it's Japanese, half full something, but I know there's something else going on with him.
Well, you could just say Asian because that encompasses a lot of countries.
Yeah. I can't think of anything right now, so
I mean, if you want to go with the stereotypical thing, I mean, he's Asian. Baking is math. There you go. Throw that shit together.
Yeah. We're reaching a little bit, but
we're trying.
Yeah,
we're trying. Damn it!
And we're really doing it for all of you.
It's true.
All ones of you.
it's all for you, Chris.
It's all for you.
It's all for you.
I just watched Omen again recently.
Which one?
Like 3 days ago. The Omen, the first one.
Oh, so not the remake.
No, but I do like the remake.
I like the remake more.
You like the remake more?
I like the remake more.
I was afraid you weren't gonna like it, and we are gonna have to fight. But I
No.
like that you like it.
No, man. I mean,
all the actors in it are great.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, it's just levels above the original. I love the original for what it did.
Yeah.
But it's like they took that. They're like, this is the blueprint. Let's make it up to today's standards. And it was great. Just like Amityville Horror. Like,
100%.
I will take the remake
100%.
over the original any fucking day.
Absolutely. 100% yes. All right, so there's some remakes that are better. So
yes.
Definitely check those out. Let's talk about rebakes.
I see what you did there.
All right, so the spotted dick, Dylan took it home. He did great. Georgie came up in second. And Georgie she's trailing in this episode. She's always been a good baker, and sometimes she does better, and sometimes she does a little bit worse, but she's above the middle. I think she's gotten Star Baker before, but she's never been like on top all the time. So I think she's definitely finalist material. Like, she's there.
I like, unless she has a shit week next week, she's going to the finale.
At no point did I ever think that she had any Italian in her at all. And then she said at the very third challenge to the judges, and of course, I'm half Italian. No.
Yeah.
How the fuck would any of us know that? How would anyone know that?
I mean, clearly from the strong Welsh accent, it's just obvious that she's half Italian.
I mean, she made the joke about finding a horse head in her bed.
Yeah, that if she did this bad, she would find a horse head in her bed.
Yeah, which is great and all, but
like
that's the only cue I got that you had any Italian. It's just like, of course you know. Okay.
Well, I've noticed that with Italians though, like they just assume that you're going to look at them and be like, oh, clearly they're Italian because they have something extra about them that's clearly Italian.
Right. Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, unless there's a lot of like pomade in their hair and a gold chain, I'm not gonna guess you're Italian. I'm sorry,
dude. I went to a friend's birthday. This is like years ago. I was in college, working at Starbucks in a Barnes and Noble. I went to another co-barista is what we were. Went to his birthday, and I just started riffing on how shitty and tiny of cocks Italians had. They always acted so tough, but they were actually just big pussies. And the dude was like, I'm Italian. Why the fuck are you talking shit about Italians? And then I like maneuvered over to some other ethnicity and just started like riffing on like stereotypic tropes. And he was like, I'm half that. What the fuck, dude? And I was just like,
So what did your shoe taste like that day? I would imagine you could still taste it.
It was at the point where he was saying something about a present that was given to him, and I started just hammering him on how shitty he was, how much effort and thought went into that, and how he should be grateful that we even showed up to his fucking apartment. And he just like stopped and went dead quiet. Radio turned off. And he was like, "You're a fucking asshole." And I was like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just had this moment of clarity. Like, I took it too far. I just went way too far. It's this dude's birthday, and I'm like bringing him down to the ground.
That's fantastic.
I'm not a good friend. I'm not good at this whole friend thing.
So you guys still talk daily, I'm assuming.
No, we don't talk at all. Like at all. We bought a massive dildo together, and we laughed at this really interesting shaped Latin dude's butt that was like clearly like he was presenting in this porno shop where they were buying this oversized dildo for a coworker that was like she was one of the book people at the Barnes and Nobles that we did the coffee thing. It doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, we bought a big dildo and it made everyone laugh. So we had history.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about, we could talk about dildos or we could just talk about tiramisu. What do you want to do?
I mean, it's one of the same, really.
They both bring joy.
Yeah.
Laughter to children across the globe.
That is true. That is true. I mean, clearly Chris got some giggles out of it with his child because there was liquor in his and the 3-year-old got drunk. And that's awesome.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
That's real?
Second message up.
Oh my gosh, dude. Maybe don't say that out loud.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay.
I used to work in an Italian bakery called La Dolce Vita. They sell Costco a bunch of their biscotti. They're like a semi-famous bakery shop. But this was in 2002 or 2003, I think. I think it was 2002, where e-commerce was still like starting to be a thing, and she was just emphatic that I had to get her biscotti and her tiramisu and her macaroons on the web because people would just be buying them from the website. I'm just like, have you ever bought food from a website before? Like, and this is 2003. I have never bought anything from a website. Like nothing. I've never ordered anything online. I've never done anything like that. Like, I don't see old people who can't even operate a computer who love biscotti going like, we need to refresh our biscotti store, Mildred. Order it from La Dolce Vita. Post haste. No one does that.
I'm pretty sure that's happened before.
Okay.
That sounds legit. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
shit, back then, about the only thing I ever did was like online, like it was pretty much like the very, very, very tail end of tape trading.
Mm.
I did that. That was about it at that time. Like,
I looked
yeah.
at a lot of porn
Oh, that goes without
and a
saying. Like,
lot of Satan websites. Like a lot.
the Satan. I never
Gifts.
went to those. It was much more important that I was looking at porn.
Oh. We all need our priorities.
Oh.
No shame. I get my whole point of telling that story was I'm a big fan of tiramisu. Like I've had authentic
Yes.
Italian tiramisu and it was delicious. It was amazing, and it is quite refreshing and it's surprisingly light and delicate.
Mm-hmm.
So to take something that is an established, just cherished dish and say, add something to it, go.
Mm-hmm.
You're already fucked. There's no way you can improve on that. And yet they fucking did. I didn't
Right.
see one of these that looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all looked amazing. And
Well, and Georgie, man, like she really
man.
fucking pulled her dick out because she's
Georgie.
like, yeah, this is my family's recipe straight from Italy, written on a piece of torn paper. I'm just doing that.
Yeah. And everyone else
And-
is just like, no, that's
Yeah.
not fair. What the fuck?
Yeah. I gotta say, who the fuck was it that put cherries on it? Was it Christian? I don't remember, but there was only one person that like put cherries on their shit. And it's like that was immediately the first thing that popped in my head when they're like, oh, you gotta add other elements. It's like, yeah, clearly cherries are gonna be perfect.
I mean, anything that goes with coffee, anything that sort of like rhymes with that. The Samaya again shit the bed for some magical reason. She put together a beautiful. I mean, it was
Okay.
visually enticing, I guess I could say.
Until you flipped it around and saw the scene. Like that was bad.
But she put like artistic effort, and that's something that you can always give take your hat off for Samaya. She will always do something that just like looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It may not taste
Yeah, it's
good.
pretty rare that she does something that doesn't look good.
But so it looked okay. It was just like, what the fuck are you doing with these flavors? Like what she was putting into that, I can't remember right now. It was a lemon with coffee, is what it was.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
It was the
what the
lemon coffee
fuck?
curd.
That doesn't sound good at all.
I spent the entirety of that segment of the episode trying to figure out that flavor profile, and my stupid brain could not figure it out. But it's just like I
think there's a reason why it didn't.
Don't
It
know.
shouldn't ever.
Yeah.
As evidenced by their reaction to trying it, and they're just like, whoa.
Yeah, pretty
Whoa.
much. That all but happened.
Like, what the fuck is this? It's crazy.
Like I thought for sure there was gonna be like some fist fighting going on after that first bite.
Yeah.
They both looked not pleased.
Now, Jill's looked good. I was down for that. Ilian's looked pretty good. I didn't have any, no hate for her. She just didn't do really well this episode. And for the past couple episodes, she's just been in the bottom half, scraping by. Jill's been mid tier the entire time, so I don't really ever expect anything spectacular, but hers looked good. And hats off to her husband, because without him, she probably would have shit the bed.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and that's the thing, man. Like I don't understand why. Just whatever. I just don't get people who don't like coffee.
Georgie, of course, we mentioned, knocked it out of the park. Dylan, I personally thought his looked unenticing, boring, and what the fuck are you doing? Like it did not look impressive to me.
So that's the thing. Like I wonder how much of it is the photography versus in person. Because they're like, oh, it looks more like blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking like he should have just lied and said, oh, yeah, it's a marble box. Because it looks marble. Now, is that cool? Technically speaking, yes. Visually speaking, meh. It could be anything.
It falls with the Italian theme, so.
I guess that is true.
I mean, I don't know. It didn't look particularly good to me. If he just would have left it as chocolate sides instead of like having that white coating or whatever it was on it, I think it would have had more of an impact for me. But all it was a square with like 3 blips on the top of it.
Right. All he did was he cheated. Everybody else had to have theirs set up in time and then wrap it. And he's just like, nope, I'm just going to fill it up and give it to him. And it's like, you're taking all the stress out of it. Now, I mean, yes, he had to do chocolate work and shit, but still, it's like everybody else. Like as soon as they're pulling off the shielding to see if it's set or not, like my heart is skipping a beat. Him, it's just like, oh, you don't have to worry about that.
As we saw Ilian's like crumbling as she's opening it, I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah. Although I will say, man, I mean, she was smart with instead of like leaving some chunks standing and some not, just cutting it all the way around. It's like, honestly, it looked better that way anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Christiane's, I thought, looked great. I don't remember anything about it. I remember
Same. I am
going,
really trying to remember.
They enjoyed it. Like they were like, this is really fucking amazing. This is, well done. But they didn't, like, for I don't know, whatever reason, like Dylan's was just like filled with like semen or like, I don't know what it was.
It must have been, man.
It was like mother's breast milk and semen mixed together. It was just amazing. That sounds vile now that I'm thinking. I was
like, there's nothing about that sounds appetizing, but hey,
actually, if you've never had breast milk, it's actually really, really sweet.
I have never had breast milk.
You would probably dig it. It's very, very nice. Super sweet. It's almost like it's like a mix between half and half, or it's mixed between like 2% and like sweetened condensed milk. So it's super shockingly sweet, but it's coming out of a tit, so it's also extra cool.
I was like, what kind of sounds like it's gonna like the next part's gonna sound bad?
No, it's good.
But yeah, no, I would imagine it's delightful, but yeah, I don't know any pregnant women. I feel like it'd be weird just going up to some strange lady on the street.
This is a call to all of the pregnant women watching this. Send him a vial of your breast.
Yeah, just don't even make it weird. Just walk up and like squirt me in the face. It's cool.
We've had family members that have like done that. They just whip it out and squirt across the room. You're just like, fuck, what?
Yeah, if I was a
family.
Female and pregnant, I would do that. Like if there was any lactating going on, everybody would be like getting squirted in the face.
I could just pretend that I'm lactating. It's just like one lump sum. Doesn't go across the room, but I can throw it with my hand.
It used to. I just don't have the distance anymore.
All right. That's enough grossness. So who won? Who lost? What was the outcome?
So Dylan, of course, won because he just fucking killed it. And Samaya, of course, lost because she fucking sucked this episode. Just royally sucked.
And it was markered on her face like she passed out at a frat party.
100%.
She knew she ate shit, and it was just fucking hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of liked it because normally people are like, it's okay. I had a good time. I learned a lot. And she was just like, I understand what they're saying, but I'm fucking bitter. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's a human.
Yeah, that's real.
So I don't know, Samaya, lose the accent, edit your bakes. You're going to be amazing. You keep up with that accent in your bake and you're going to be fucked. Mm-hmm. I'm sure some desperate dude will find you and give you lots of love long time. Maybe. And Dylan, I think it was Chris that called Dylan as being like one of the finalists. And I was just like, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. I'm a professional reviewer. But yeah, no, he's right.
Yeah, no,
Dylan's in.
I'm honestly going to be surprised if he doesn't take it this year.
The final three have to be Christian, Dylan, and Jill, right? Yeah. It has to be.
I don't know, man. I'm between.
Ilian is like itching to go.
Yeah, no, she's gone next
on that
time.
Fucking cliff edge.
Like, wait, because it's usually 3 that go. So it's like
I think it is. Yeah,
it's the toss up between Jill and Georgie. Like those are the wild cards. Because Christian, he's gonna get through because that's what he does. He's been skating through. Like he has his ups, he has his downs, but he's always like
second in the technicals usually.
Yeah, he's always in the higher ranking, even if he's not winning. Yeah. And yeah, it's Georgie and Jill. Like they're the ones that kind of flip flop each episode. So I don't know which one it's gonna be. Well, that's what I'm saying, Chris. I don't know if Georgie's gonna be
Georgie. That's I'm putting
3
my money
or not.
On it. I don't have money to put on it, but if I had money, that's the way.
It already fucking lost. So I don't have $2 to lose, just one.
Only had the one.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
anything else on this? I mean, what was your favorite bake of this entire episode?
So as much as I don't like meringue, Dylan's was fucking beautiful. That I would make the exception for, especially if he had toasted coconut and mixed that with the chocolate that he was painting on.
Yeah.
That would have changed it completely for me, and I wouldn't have gave a fuck that it was meringue, especially because it was so thin. I mean, that and Georgie's tiramisu, like,
yep, that was mine.
Those are, I mean, Jill's Just Peachy is a close second, but again, I don't like
it's meringue. A meringue, though. I mean,
yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, really?
Agreed. I mean, Noel said it perfect in the beginning of the episode where he was just talking shit on his kids wanting it. It's like,
yeah, too much sugar, not gonna do it.
Yeah. Not
I'm with that. That old Italian tiramisu that Georgie pulled out, like, you give me an old recipe from like a closet that someone found in your house from an ancestor, I want to try that food because that means it's either horrible or it's amazing.
Yeah, there's no in between. You're not gonna go, oh, that was okay.
Yeah, there's a reason why it was in a closet and no one knew about it.
Yeah, but, like that's I have a folder in my phone that is nothing but pictures of people taking pictures of old family recipes that are like falling apart and barely legible. Yeah, because like I'm obsessed with that kind of shit.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking history, man, and it's edible. I'm a fat kid, so it's good.
It's edible.
It's history and food. Yeah. You can't go wrong there.
Did you have a least favorite bake?
I mean, because technical doesn't really count. I don't really think I had a least favorite. Just a lot of meh.
No, I think Sumai's was my least favorite. Her initial signature, whereas the pomegranate and plenty more was just like everything in the kitchen sink. Visually stunning, but I can only imagine how horrid it must have tasted. Just like paste. Just fucking gross. So I always like it when Paul has nothing good to say.
Yeah.
He's just like, I don't like that. And then he leaves and Prue's all, well, it wasn't terrible. And she just walks away. Just like, yeah, you shit the bed. Yeah. Anything else?
I think we got it, man.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. As always, like it or not, evil spelled backwards is live. Send in your thoughts for the final 3. And until next time, be evil.
Hey, yeah.
Gotta be like, be evil, my friends. Evil. So I can pretend I have friends. If you say it, it's true, right?
Yeah, I think that's how it
I
works.
have many friends.